Hi, this is Jim Starkweather, the publisher of KitMaker Network and Armorama.com, and welcome to another episode of Cracking the Box. Today we've got from Dragon Models the M6A1 Heavy Tank. This is a black label kit, which is a new line they have out. It is a smart kit also in 1/35th scale. The kit number is 6789. On the side you can see they've got some side profiles of the tank in a fairly standard olive drab. On the other side, they've got some detail shots showing brand new American M6A1 heavy tank produced in full detail. One piece welded upper hull produced with correct shape thanks to slide molds. And then on the back, they've got more shots of various detail like the 50 caliber machine gun and the one-piece slide mold gun barrel. The turret, a one-piece slide molded turret. So basically, a lot of premier manufacturing for the kit. It does come with DS tracks, which are the vinyl type tracks. This kit joins a growing list of new models that have not been available before, in plastic anyways. And they are mostly akin to sharing one common trait, and that is they are also in the game World of Tanks. So the M6A1 is definitely in the game, and my gut feeling is that we're seeing a lot of these tanks come out because of interest in maybe the Asian market initially, but interest all over internationally to seeing some of these tanks that are in the game that were real tanks and do have obviously real world history and so forth, or war history. Now this obviously didn't see a lot of combat, if any. I'm not too familiar on the backstory. Let's go ahead and crack this box open though. I think we waited long enough. All right, so initially we've got some gray styrene sprues here with side armor and various little detail pieces like the front hull and I think probably the rear hull. So we can get those out and take a look at them closer up though. We've got the vinyl tracks, which are in segments, and you'd think there'd be more segments than that, but I guess that's right. They're into half segments, so there's two long ones once you put these together, and these use just the standard glue application, I believe, on one onto the other, probably cementing the vinyl together and that type of thing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get my scissors out here. Let's go back to this first one. The detail looks very good. They've got some nice, I'm not sure I can get up that to focus there, but some nice screw details, it looks like. Some kind of screws that go in to hold these on, maybe. It's kind of like this is the side track armor that's on the side of the tracks. And here's the upper hull with the turret and other pieces. And it looks good too. There's some weld detail, I think. So you can see this up close. I've changed my camera settings, so you do have some minor bead welding details there. Nice hinge detail. Nice hand pole handles, I guess. And again, there's the back with the weld detail. And a little bit on the side, not as much, I think, but it all looks good. There's some of the vents and some of the close-up driver hatch. So that looks very, very nice. And on the second sprue, we've got some of the turret, one-piece turret, and this is mostly smooth. Don't see a lot of small details there, but looks good. And here's some of the guns. So again, you get the one-piece gun for both the 50 cal and the main gun, which I believe was a 76 millimeter on this, if I'm not mistaken. I've already done that history bit, right? So I know that. Well, there's the 50 cal. So what is that one? That's interesting. I'm not sure what that one is. I'll have to do some digging there to find out. Then the gun mantlets, and they do have some small detail at the bottom. I'm not sure if that's just bolt detail or... See if I can get my camera to focus here and cooperate. Nope. Camera says no. Then they have some, looks like some decals maybe, and a little bit of wire in here for either tow cable or something akin to that. Doesn't look big enough to be a tow cable, so I'm guessing it's some kind of wiring. And then they have some decals here, which look basically just to be numbers. And moving on, we have the lower hull assembly. Take that out and take a look at it. And that looks good. There's some definite nice detail here with the rear casings. And yeah, it just looks solid. Let's try a test fit on this. And I think we can maybe test fit this with the front hull. And it looks good. It lines up. Don't see any issues. Doesn't really want to fit flush because of this bar here, but it looks good. I mean, there's a little bit of a gap once you've got that down in there. I'm seeing like a slight frontal gap here, but that could just be pole tension on the parts, being that they're still on the trees. So yeah, I don't see any major issue there. All right, moving on, we've got a large bag with a bunch of different sprues in it. Something I don't see Dragon do a lot, but they did it on this one. We take these out. And on these, we've got the suspension parts and some of the storage containers, hatches, road wheels. Everything looks clean. Again, there'll be photos at the end of the review with better close-up detail pictures. I know it's kind of hard to look at them here in my hands. But this is just me giving you my impressions of them, obviously, not necessarily trying to show anything in great detail. Same part here, duplicated. And then we have some additional parts because of the complexity of the road gear. There are more road wheels and such. So basically the same parts that I think you're seeing on the other tree, just duplicated additional sprue trees for them. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the instructions. Fairly straightforward Dragon instructions. Obviously this is a new kit, so no unused parts. Just folds out in 3 parts here and goes through the suspension and road gear construction, the back deck. It's not a complex kit. Obviously, it doesn't require a lot of steps, so probably will be an easy kit for most modelers of any skill level to put together. Just obviously it'll vary in terms of how you're going to finish it out. So, but let's go ahead and take a look at those photos of the parts up close, and we'll come back and conclude. All right, so I hope you enjoyed those photos, and this looks like it's going to be a nice, clean build kit for most people. I'm not sure as to the accuracy. I know that I believe there are existing M6A1s out there that they could have probably gotten reference material from. The question is how well were that reference material was actually converted into CAD and so forth. The additional gun on there obviously was a this is the 50 cal machine gun down here, and I believe there's a larger caliber gun versus the 76 millimeter. But so I'd like to thank Dragon USA for sending us this sample. It will be going off to someone to do a more detailed either build review or feature. I can't remember which one that is, but it's as soon as it's done here, it's going out for that. So keep a lookout for that as well if you're interested. And if you have any comments or suggestions, you can leave them below as usual. And make sure that if you are on either YouTube or our site, you can also rate this and give it a thumbs up if you like the video, and that helps out to give us feedback. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Cracking the Box.